Okay, let's get it. What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Sean from Collector's Closet, coming at you with another review. And today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars Black Series. It's from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, Reva, third sister. Now, typical packaging from your Star Wars Black Series line. As of now, we still got the window. We got that side panel showcasing the actor or actress, Reva. Just an image. There's a nice little bio. You're more than welcome to pause it. Read it for yourself. This is number 3. Side panel, same deal. Get the window at the top. But that's it for packaging. Looks pretty dope inside the packaging. I will say that. But if you're new to the channel, we do our unboxings live, raw, uncut, no editing allowed. So I'm going to get my handy dandy Sergeant Slaughter Army Green knife. Check the flick of the wrist. Let's crack it open. So, if you are new to the channel, and if you're not new to the channel, I recently did a video on some minor changes that I'm making to the channel, where we're going to do basically unbiased reviews, where we'll go over articulation and things like that. But for the most part, these figures are pretty much packed with articulation. So I don't want to, trying to change it up a little bit. I don't want to be like everybody else. Open the figure, go over articulation, send you on your way. Kind of want to just grade these figures from now on, especially with the price increase, which we're not going to harp on anymore. But yeah, so get a couple of accessories, which is, I think, more than enough, especially for her. Here's the saber unattached. Tape off, tape back on. And let's see. May do a little bit of editing, man, from now on. Kind of cut out a lot of this work here. All right. There she is. Let's take the clamshell. And we're going to foul it. Bong. Get my turnstile out, so we can get her front and center. There she is. She looks really good. Straight out of packaging. She stands pretty well. And here's her accessories, which we get. Guess this is this, but separate. If you were hip to the show, they look pretty good. Translucent red plastic, a little bit of paint, no complaints there. And you get them connected here, so that looks good. The paint is applied very well. And let's take a look at Reva. We're going to go over the head sculpt, etc. Now, let me get her in the middle. I guess I'm going to hit my camera. There she is. So, a few things we're going to talk about straight out the gate is, let's talk about the sculpt and paint. So, details. Feel the details are there. Nice soft cloth cape. She has no buns. But sculpt is there. The details are there as well. And when we're talking about sculpt and paint, the paint is applied very, very well. My iPad is falling. Paint on the belt. paint up here. Look at this face technology. That photoreal technology that Hasbro uses. She's a little bit shiny. I wish it was a lot more matte. You can tell that her hair is braided. Nice little blend going on. Paint is applied very, very well on her. So I do appreciate that. Quality of the plastic. I mean, come on, man. When we talk about Hasbro, it's something I was talking about when it came to McFarlane. The type of plastic McFarlane uses is, I'm not going to say it's cheap, but it feels a lot different than Hasbro. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. But she looks pretty good. She looks really, really good. She's falling over. It's because I'm doing a little bit too much. But yeah, she looks really good. But as far as, the quality, I don't feel anything loose. Nothing loose. She has great articulation at the base of the neck and at the top of the head, so she can look up very well, look down very well. You get that nice amount of rotation. She has that double ball at the head, so I do appreciate that. Nothing loose, little stiff, but I'd rather have it stiff than loose. These raw get out the way, nice and pliable here. She is on a single jointed elbow, but if you're going to do single joints, I'd rather it be done like this, where it's almost a double joint, no pins, no breaking up in the sculpt. Done very well. And also that's where you get your rotation. And Star Wars tend to have that single joint articulation. She does have, okay, cool. So she has the right hinges for the hands. They're the vertical up and down hinge. For the torso, she has the ball at the waist. So that's another articulation point that I really, really do appreciate. This gauntlet piece does rotate. So that's pretty cool. But crunching forward, she leans back more than she does forward. And she has a little bit of tilt. Nice fluid motion there. Legs go out to about that far. She kicks forward all the way. Back a little bit. This is nice and pliable. This is part of her jacket here. You get thigh cut. Now, that's one problem. I wish they start putting the thigh rotation inside of the hip or the waist. That way it doesn't break up. But it's not too bad, especially on these figures, Star Wars figures. She has a single jointed knee, which for aesthetics, it doesn't break anything up and you get some rotation out of it. So I guess they're sacrificing the double joint for aesthetics. She has that great ankle pivot. But overall, she hits all of she checks all those boxes as far as paint. Quality is there. There's no loose joints. Plastic quality is A1, especially with these Star Wars figures. Accessories. Now, I wish there was a place to holster the accessories that you're not going to use, but she does have her saber. I'm not even sure. I didn't watch the show, man. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did watch The Mandalorian, but I have not watched the new, or it's not even new now, right? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Shoulders a little. stiff, but there she is. Get some bend out of those elbows. Rotation. So that looks pretty damn good. And I will say, when it comes to the Star Wars line with Hasbro, yeah, you don't have the double jointed knees and elbows. No boot swivel, but I'm one of those collectors who love aesthetics, love articulation, but when they can implement it to where it doesn't break up the sculpt of the figure, I prefer that. So, sculpt and paint is A1. I think she does have enough paint where the paint needs to be. We already went over pins. She doesn't have pins in either the elbow or knees. They are single jointed, but you get great range, and they're sacrificing for aesthetics, so no big deal there. She does have the double ball for the head, and she has a ball at the neck where the neck meets the clavicle. And when you use both of those together, when you have both of those, I should say, that's when you get that nice, realistic articulation when using both. The thigh rotation placement is one of those ones. Like I said, man, it's not bad on her, but I would prefer the thigh rotation in the hip. She does have the proper articulation for the wrist, so that's a plus. Points for that. She has the proper amount of accessories, right? I mean, what? A blaster, maybe? I keep hitting my camera. There we go. So, accessories, she gets points for those. And the price, I think she's $24.99. That's that new price increase, which to me, is she worth it based off of all the other things we were talking about as far as quality, articulation points, etc. How she makes me feel, I mean, I think it's a pretty solid release by Star Wars. Overall articulation is pretty solid. I'm hitting my camera, man. I think it's pretty solid. Yeah, we don't have double joints. We could take some points off of that. But you get great range with the elbows. Just wish there was a little bit more articulation in the knees. So overall, I would say, man, out of 100 points, she gets a solid 85. Only thing I can think of with her is the knees. Ab cut. We don't have an ab cut, but you get that great ball at the hip. So no problems there. But other than that, man, she's pretty solid, man. For $25, the way she feels and looks is pretty damn solid. So yeah. So what I want to do is I'm going to get her, see if I can get her to completely stand on her own. Get some size comparisons. Get you guys out of here. Get her standing up. Bong. Bong. There she is. Get some size comparisons with her. And yeah. I usually leave them in their poses, but I think I'm going to start getting them standing up straight so we can get an accurate, size comparison with them. All right. Get her off to the side. And let's start with Let me get Riri. Now, one thing I will say, man, is if you look at Riri, Riri has a more flat paint job to the face. I wish she had that. But also, there's a lot of red toning going on Riri in the face. There she is. Let's get her out next to that spinneret. Say they scale. Oh, my tablet took a bit the dust. Let's move her. Let's get her out next to one of my favorite female figures by McFarlane. Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Which 7-inch line, I mean, you know what it is. Of course, it's going to be a lot bigger, but there she is. Let's see. Let's get around next to that new Catwoman, part of the Arkham City DC Multiverse line. She just towers over her. So it's kind of like, you know, I wouldn't think you would want to put those guys in scale next to each other. Let's see. This is Echo, Star Wars. That's how they scale. And look pretty good, actually. And of course, you know what it is. Can't have a size comparison without my boy Major Blood. And there's Major Blood. Which they look pretty dope. Anyway, that's your look at Reva, part of the Star Wars Black Series line. Like I said, man, overall, I'll give her an 85, man. She's really nailing a lot of those check boxes when it comes to, you know, pretty much, I mean, for me, value. You know what I mean? She's a pretty good figure, man. $25. No complaints here. She's been out a little bit for a little while. I'm just now getting around to doing a review on her, but yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share. Let me know what you think about this one. And you guys know my saying, man. It's your boy Sean, and I'm out. 1.